Hello, myself Vinod Banara, and today we discuss about function. So, if a group of statement is repeatedly required, then it is not recommended to write this statement every time separately. So, we have to define this statement as a single unit, and we can call that unit any number of time based on our requirement, and this is called function. So this unit, that is called function. The main advantage of function is code reusability. So if a group of statement, for example 5 6 7 statement, that is repeatedly required in our program, so it is not advisable to write this all statement every time. So we have to make a one unit of this statement, and we can call that unit any number of time in our program, and that is called, that unit is known as function. So main advantage of function is code reusability. We can use this unit, this code any number of time in our program. Okay. Now Python support two type of function. First, built-in function, and second, user-defined function. There are normally two type of function support in Python language. First, built-in function, and second, user-defined function. So first, built-in function. So the function which are coming along with Python software automatically, that is called built-in function or pre-defined function. So the function which are coming along with Python software, clear? That is called built-in function, and that is also known as pre-defined function. So example of built-in function, that is id. If we know the id of particular element, then we have to use id function. Then type function, if we know the type of particular variable, then we use this function, type function. Then input function, we know about input function. So if we enter anything in the form of string, then we have to use input function. So these all are built-in function. Okay. Now second one, that is user defined function. So the function which are developed by programmer explicitly according to business requirement, that are called user defined function. So these functions are developed by external resource, for example programmer. Okay, this is not built-in function, that is user defined function. Now the syntax of this user defined function, that is def function name and in bracket parameter. So this def, that is a one type of keyword, and it is used to represent this is function. Okay, so first def, that is one type of keyword, then function name and in bracket parameter, and then docstring. Docstring is always represented in triple single quote or triple double quote. Okay, docstring, it means it represent what is the input of function, what is the output of function. So docstring represent information about function, then return value. So this is about syntax of user defined function. Now while creating function, we can use two keyword. first def and second return. Now this def keyword, that is compulsory. So to represent any function, we have to start with def, that is compulsory, yeah? And return keyword, that is optional. Now first example of function, write a function to print hello. Okay, so def wish and parenthesis, def, that is keyword, wish, that is function name, and then parenthesis, and inside the function, body of function, that is print good morning, and then wish and parenthesis. This is function calling. So if we call function, then body of function executed. So this is function calling, wish and parenthesis. Okay, so first def, that is keyword, then wish parenthesis, this wish, that is function name, then this is function body, print good morning, that is function body, and then function calling, wish. Okay, now if we run this program, then we get output good morning. So same program we run in PyCharm. Okay, so same program, def wish parenthesis print good morning and function calling. So if we run this program, then we get output, that is good morning. So output of this simple function, that is good morning. There is a no return statement in the body of function, only print this statement. Now next topic, that is parameter. So parameter are input to the function. Parameter are input to the function. If a function contain parameter, then at the time of calling, compulsory we should provide value, otherwise we will get error. So parameter are the input of the function, and at the time of function calling, we compulsory provide value of the parameter. Now second example, write a function to take name of student as the input and print this message by name. So def wish name, this def, that is one type of keyword, wish, that is function name, and inside the parenthesis there is a one input to the function. Now print good morning and name, this one. So at the time of function calling, compulsory provide value of the parameter that is Vinay, and second name of parameter, that is Ravi. So we have to call this function two times. Okay, so the output of this function, that is good morning and name, value of name, that is first Vinay, so good morning Vinay, and good morning second value Ravi, so good morning Ravi. So that is value of input to the function, and input to the function, that is parameter. So parameter of this function, that is name, and value of parameter, that is first Vinay and second Ravi. So this value of parameter transfer here in place of name. So we get good morning Vinay and good morning Ravi. Okay, now same program we run in PyCharm. Okay, so same program, def wish and in bracket name, print good morning name, and function calling wish and inside the bracket Vinay, value of the parameter, and second wish and in bracket Ravi. So if we run this program, then we get output, that is good morning Vinay and good morning Ravi, because we call function two times. Okay, first wish Vinay and second wish Ravi. So good morning Vinay and good morning Ravi. Now return statement. So function can take input value as a parameter and execute business logic and return output to the caller with return statement. So function can take input value as a parameter and return output as a return statement. So example, def, that is one type of keyword and which is compulsory to represent function. So def, then function name, factorial and parameter number. Now the initial condition inside the function, body of function, result is equal to 1. Then while loop, while number is greater than or equal to 1, then inside the while loop, result is equal to result into number and number is equal to number minus 1. So for every cycle of this loop, we have to minus number by 1. Okay, then return result, this one. Final value of result, that is return. So if we call function that is factorial, so here factorial and number that is 4. So if we call factorial of 4 and print this value, then this number is equal to 4. So number that is greater than or equal to 1. So result is equal to result into number. What is initial value of result? That is equal to 1 and number that is equal to 4. So 1 into 4, that is 4. So in first cycle, result is equal to 4 and if we put number 4 here, so 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. Then this 3 value again transfer here. So 3 that is greater than 1. Okay. So result is equal to result into num. What is value of result in previous cycle? That is 4. And what is value of num? That is 3. So 4 into 3, that is 12. Then here 3 minus 1. So we get number is equal to 2. Then again transfer here. So 2 greater than or equal to 1. Okay. Then doing this one. So this loop continue until this condition false. Continue until this condition false. So at last we get value of result, that is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So that is 24 and print factorial of 4, that is 24. So output of this program, that is 24. Okay. Now same program we run in PyCharm. Okay. So same program, def factorial number. Number, that is parameter of function num and fact, that is function name, def, that is keyword. So first initial value result is equal to 1, then while loop, while number is greater than or equal to 1, continue this body of loop. So until this condition false, this loop continue. Result is equal to result into num, then num is equal to num minus 1. So first fact and value of num, that is equal to 4. This is function calling fact and 4. And if we print this value, so we get output, that is 24. So output of this one, factorial of 4, that is 24. So this is about our return value of function. Okay. Okay. Now returning multiple value from a function. So in Python, a function can return any number of value, not one. It return more than one value also. For example, def, that is one type of keyword, add underscore subtract and in bracket a and b. So this a and b, that is parameter of function, and this is function name, add underscore subtract. So add is equal to a plus b and sub is equal to a minus b, and return output value, that is add and sub. Okay, now if we call function, this is function name, and value of parameter a is equal to 100 and b is equal to 50, and that is equal to x and y. So print the addition is x and the subtraction is y. This x value transfer here and this y value transfer here. So x, that is addition, y, that is subtraction. Okay, so this is returning multiple value from a function. Now same program we run in PyCharm. So body of program add is equal to a plus b and sub is equal to a minus b subtraction, and return value this add and this sub, this both value return. So returning more than one value. Okay, now we calling function, this is function name, and inside the bracket 150, it means a is equal to 100, b is equal to 50, and that is equal to variable x and y. So x, that is output of add, and y, that is output of sub. So print the addition is x and print the subtraction is y. So put this x value here and y value here. So the output of this program, that is, if we run program, then we get output of this program, that is the addition is 150 and the subtraction is 50. So 100 plus 50, that is equal to 150, addition 150, and subtraction 100 minus 50, that is equal to 50. So this is about returning more than one value. Okay. So this is about today lecture. In today lecture, we start with function. What is function? If number of statement that is repeatedly continuously in our program, then we have to make a one unit for this number of statement, and we use that unit any number of time in our program, and that unit, that is called function. And then we discuss return value and multiple return value and parameter of function. Parameter of function, that is input of the function. So at the time of function calling, we compulsory provide value of the parameter. Okay, so this is about today lecture. Thank you for today lecture.